What's up, guys? Cody from Motorcycle MD. Welcome to part 3 of the Kawasaki KZ400 project build. We're actually going to have a chance to hear this thing fire up for the first time in decades. But first, we have to solve some ignition issues with the points, or point in this matter. But if you're new to the channel, welcome. We work on motorcycles, repair, maintenance, mainly Hondas, but sometimes we do other brands as well. And if you like to work on your own bike, save some money, or even just build your own confidence in whatever job you're going after, subscribe to the channel. Try to get a new video out for you guys every week. And I also have a free maintenance course in the description. It's got 30 plus videos in there, just basic maintenance stuff on motorcycles, things that you should be watching out for. Me and my buddy Matt from How To Motorcycle Repair put that together for you. Again, in the description, link to it, it's free. But enough said, let's fire this thing up. Alright, so we got our handy test light. So we're going to ground this. Hit up one of these. Powers. Let's get that out of the way. Let's go for here. Sweet. 17 mil will help us turn the motor through. It's probably a counterclockwise rotation. Top, fire, yeah, so we'll do counterclockwise because the T showed up first before the F, which means we were going the wrong way. So, flip the key on. Let's see if we can find out where this thing is wanting to fire at. Alright, so it's probably, obviously a single coil, because we got one point with two spark plug leads, so it's going to have a waste spark, because both cylinders are not usually doing this at the same time. That'd be pretty uneven. Points are open, that's why the light's on. Points are closed. Points are open, and it's nowhere near the fire mark, which tells me that we likely have our rotor on backwards, so it's not firing. When it showed, it's going off. The points are closing once it gets to the fire mark. So we're gonna take this back off, take the plate off, flip this 90 degrees, and it should be opening when it comes to the fire mark, not closing when it comes to the fire mark. Off, coming around to the fire mark. We're way past it, but it's at least coming on in the ballpark. So let's take this, turn the key off. I don't want to hit some sparks. We're going to take this plate and come this way with it a little bit. So that's top dead center. There's fire. I mean, I think we moved it right in the right spot. Check the point gap on it. It's pretty broad. Service manual calls for 0.7 and 0.8 point gap, and we are well above that. So what we'll do is we'll grab this screw here. We gotta move this plate towards the rocker arm. A little less tension on it. We got little knots right here. We can take this and bring that in. So we'll put this guy in there. We just want some drag like you'd feel on a feeler gauge with tappets. Now this is going to throw the timing of everything else off as well. That's good right there. Lock it in. Piston's coming back around top dead center. Should be firing now. And we're not. So we're going to bring this back to that F mark again where we want it. Right there. Loosen up slightly. So we are retard on the timing, so we're delayed. It's after the fire. So to bring it up, if we're rotating counterclockwise, the cam's going to come around and contact the pad here. So I need to advance it, so we're going to turn this way. Sorry, I just got my brain mixed up. Should be able to bring this on. See where we're at. So it's way delayed. Just go around real quick. Off. And it should be on right there. The points might be a little bit worn. Alright, what is going on? Whenever I have to bring the point gap way above spec, and full advance on the plate does not bring it in, there's something wrong with the points. So for the sake of progress, I don't have a fresh point set, but that bottom one is looking a little worse for wear. And they're really clean. They have nice flat surfaces on them. But this should be coming on, if the point gap is in spec, me having to go full advance like that, just to get it somewhere near. Let's see. It should be coming on right now, and it's not. It's not coming on till way over there. Which means what I would have to do is increase this point gap out of spec to when it's coming on. Like that. See how you can kind of alter that? But now I'm going to be out of spec on my point gap. So I'm going to have to get a new set of a new point for it. That's where we want it on right there. So I'll turn it off and then back on right there. It's still on the F mark, right where I want it. It just went off again. So now we're directly on top of the F. That's right before the F, that's right on. So now we're good, but the point gap's gonna be too big. So fresh set of points will solve that. So I kind of see how we kind of reverse engineer just by being out of spec to make it work. So that's good. I mean, well, it's not good, but we're timed. All right. No. My gas situation is a little bit sketchy, but it will work. Come on. Really? Dang. Alright, sweet. We got gas. We got some battery power. We got some fuel. We got some carbs. We got some exhaust that will probably leak like a sieve. We have it in time. We got spark plugs, compression, spark, gas. That's what we need to fire a motor off. I'm not as anxious about this compared to the 350, obviously. Didn't touch the internals. They were pretty good. Hopefully the battery's good enough to keep turning it through. That battery was junk, so. But let's clear the way for debris. Alright, attempt one. What is that? Where did you get? Oh, it's rubber. Sweet. Should have spark. I'm pretty sure we have spark. I forgot to check for spark. We should. We checked ignition timing. Oh yeah. Alright. You died like that? That battery's dead. Oh well. Cool. It was firing both cylinders. It wasn't coming out of the rear tailpipe here. I was like, wait, is it not running on that cylinder? But there's a huge hole in the side of the muffler on that side. So battery's hammered dead. Probably starting to die out like that because the power in the battery is not enough to keep it sufficiently running. It's giving a lot of power to the coils or to the coil, and as that battery voltage drains out, the charging system's not going to charge a dead battery regardless. So that's huge success. I mean, it sounds pretty cool. Lots more to do. So, but that sounds really good. I mean, it was idling good. It's dropping back down to idle. Got to do some. Once I get a fresh battery in there, I'll be able to diagnose a little bit more as how the carbs operate. But that sounded a lot better than the 350 did, to be honest. So, that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I mean, there wasn't too much to learn or teach, but I have to get this bike on the road. So, always be recording, right? I figured it'd be cool for you guys to witness the same process that I have to go through with a bike like this. So, until next time, Cody from Motorcycle MD, bringing you guys some quality tips and tricks for your next build or your daily rider. See you next time. Later.